Hi everyone, today we will discuss regarding cleavage and its patterns. In this topic, we will go through the definition of cleavage, characteristic features of cleavage, planes of cleavage, influence of yoke on cleavage, patterns of cleavage, fate of germ layers, cleavage and loss of cleavage. All these contents we will discuss in this topic. Cleavage definition. The product of fertilization, it is a zygote which will undergo repeated mitotic division and gives rise to complete embryo. So the complete repeated mitotic divisions of zygote is called as a cleavage. The complete repeated mitotic divisions of zygote is called as cleavage or segmentation or cellulation. Cleavage was first observed by Swammerdam scientist in 1738 in frog's egg. Later, the Spallanzani in 1780 observed the first two planes of cleavage of toad's egg. So when the sperm, if it unites with that of the ovum, that process we can call them as a fertilization, results in the zygote. This zygote will undergo repeated mitotic division and it will form the morula. Morula will develop into that of the blastula. So here the complete repeated mitotic divisions of the zygote is called as a cleavage. Characteristic features of cleavage. It is a sequence repeated rapid mitotic cell divisions without cell growth occurring in the early embryogenesis. Volume of the cells remains constant but the number of the cells increases. The shape of the cell does not change. The cell division will take place without growth phases G1 and G2 phases, but the S phase and M phase occurs repeatedly under the influence of mitosis promoting factor. Nucleus cytoplasm ratio, it is very low at the beginning of the cleavage, but gradually the nuclear material increases, cytoplasm content decreases. So yolk enters into that of the cytoplasm. Cytoplasmic active materials will be there, which results in the formation of the DNA, RNA and nucleoproteins. Rate of cleavage, it depends on species, yolk content, distribution and temperature. The rate of the cleavage, that means it depends on the species, depends on the content of the yolk and the distribution of the yolk in the egg and temperature. And oxygen consumption increases during early cleavage to provide energy for activities in the cell division. Types of cleavage. Cleavages are classified into different types based on different factors as given below. Planes of cleavage. Based on the planes, the cleavage, just you can see the planes of cleavage. What are the different planes of cleavage? Meridional plane, vertical plane, equatorial plane, latitudinal plane. Influence of the yolk on cleavage, that means depending on the influence of the yolk, the cleavage may be classified into holoblastic cleavage and meroblastic cleavage. Again here, holoblastic cleavage, it is classified into equal holoblastic cleavage and unequal holoblastic cleavage. Meroblastic cleavage, it is of two types, discoidal type and superficial types. Patterns of cleavage. Based on the patterns, the cleavage are of the following types. They are the radial cleavage, biradial cleavage, spiral cleavage, bilateral cleavage, indeterminate cleavage, undeterminate cleavage, and finally rotational cleavage. So all these are the cleavages which cleavages that are classified based on different factors, based on planes, based on yolk on cleavage, based on patterns of cleavage. Yes, let us see. Based on planes of cleavage, the cleavage are of classified into four types. Just you can see meridional plane of cleavage, vertical plane of cleavage, equatorial plane of cleavage, latitudinal plane of cleavage. Meridional plane of cleavage. So the cleavage furrow passes through the center of the animal vegetal axis and bisects both the poles of the egg. It divides egg into two equal halves. The first and second cleavage furrows of Amphioxus, frog and chick. And second one, vertical plane of cleavage. Here the cleavage furrow passes from animal pole to vegetal pole, not passing through the median axis. It divides egg into two unequal halves, just opposite to this meridional plane. Equatorial plane. Here best examples for vertical plane of cleavage, the third cleavage furrow of chick, fourth cleavage furrow of frog. And if you see the equatorial plane of cleavage, the furrow bisects the egg at right angles to main axis. It divides egg into two equal halves. Examples, the third cleavage in Amphioxus, frog, and fifth cleavage in Amblystoma, and the first cleavage in higher mammals. All these are examples for equatorial plane of cleavage. Then let us go for latitudinal plane of cleavage. It lies on the side of the equator. It is also called as transverse or horizontal plane of cleavage. Example, fifth cleavage of Amphioxus and frog. Here in this figure we can see meridional plane of cleavage, latitudinal plane, so let us see the influence of the yolk on cleavage. Based on influence of yolk on cleavage, the cleavage it is classified into two types. First one is the holoblastic cleavage, second one is meroblastic cleavage. Holoblastic cleavage, holo means total. Holoblastic cleavage, it is also called as total or complete cleavage, whereas meroblastic cleavage, it is partial or incomplete cleavage. So in holoblastic cleavage, the cleavage furrow divides the entire zygote. Example, alecithal legs and microlecithal and slightly telolecithal legs, they will show the holoblastic cleavage, where the cleavage furrow it will divide the entire zygote. That's why we can call them as holoblastic cleavage as the complete or total cleavage. Then if you see the meroblastic cleavage, it is also called as partial or incomplete cleavage. The cleavage occurs only in some portion of the zygote. Example, telolecithal legs, megalecithal and centrolecithal legs. In these types of eggs we can see the meroblastic cleavage. And holoblastic cleavage, it is again classified into two types, equal holoblastic cleavage and unequal holoblastic cleavage. Equal holoblastic cleavage, where the blastomeres, all the blastomeres due to cleavage are equal in size. It takes in alecithal legs, isolecithal legs, microlecithal legs. Examples, Amphioxus, marsupials and placental mammals. So equal holoblastic cleavage, that means due to cleavage the cells which are formed, that we can call them as a blastomeres. All the blastomeres are equal in size. That's why we can call them as a equal holoblastic cleavage. If you go through the unequal holoblastic cleavage, blastomeres are in unequal size. Small small size cells we can call them as a micromeres, larger cells we can call them as a macromeres. So this unequal holoblastic cleavage, it will take place in the mesolecithal eggs. Examples, amphibians, bony fishes. Bony fishes eggs. And if you see the meroblastic cleavage, it is again classified into two types, discoidal cleavage and superficial cleavage. Discoidal cleavage. The cytoplasm is placed at the animal pole as a disc called blastodisc. Here the cleavage will start. As it is forming the disc-like structure from which the cleavage will start. That's why this type of cleavage we can call them as a discoidal cleavage. That means the cytoplasm is placed at the animal pole as a disc called blastodisc. From this region only the cleavage will start. Examples for discoidal cleavage we can see in the telolacethal eggs. Examples: fishes, reptiles, birds, monotremes. Where the telolacethal eggs it is there, they may show the discoidal cleavage. Superficial cleavage. The cleavage, if it is restricted to that of peripheral cytoplasm and it is not extend to that of the central yolk, that type of cleavage we can call them as a superficial. Superficial means outside. So here the cleavage it is restricted only to the peripheral cytoplasm, is not at all extended up to the central yolk. That's why it is called a superficial cleavage. It is seen in centrolacetal eggs. Example: eggs of arthropods, especially the insects. Just you can see here holoblastic cleavage. This is the entire zygote and all the cells, if you see that they are equal in size, that means it with the holoblastic cleavage it will divide the entire zygote. That's why it is called as holoblastic cleavage. Meroblastic cleavage, just you can see as a disc like structure or plate like structure it will takes place. So holoblastic and meroblastic cleavages. Here in this figure you can see holoblastic cleavage. It is classified into two types. They are the holoblastic equal cleavage and holoblastic unequal cleavage. Meroblastic cleavage it is classified into discoidal cleavage and superficial cleavage. Just you can see all these are the zygote which will undergo continuous cleavage divisions. Here we can see the equal sized blastomeres will be there. That's why we can call them as a equal cleavage or equal holoblastic cleavage, where we can see in sea urchins, amphioxus, earthworm, sea squirts, mouse, human and nematodes. Unequal cleavage. If the blastomeres are unequal in size, so half of the cells will be smaller in size, half of the cells will be larger in size. Discoidal cleavage, where it will form the disc-like structure. From there only the division will start. Cleavage divisions will start. We can see in telolacethal eggs. Superficial cleavage, where it is extended only to that of the cytoplasm and it is not extended up to that of the central yolk. That's why we can call them as a superficial yolk. It is seen in the centrolacetal eggs in insects. So here in this figure also we can see the zygote. Zygote, morula, blastula, all these things we can see here. Holoblastic equal cleavage, holoblastic unequal cleavage, discoidal cleavage, again holoblastic equal cleavage. So meroblastic cleavage, which mainly takes place in telolacethal eggs, that is discoidal cleavage. Just you can see disc-like structure from where it will form the cells. Centrolacetal eggs. In centrolacetal eggs we can see the superficial cleavage. You can see mostly in insects. Then let us go for patterns of cleavage. Based on patterns of cleavage, the cleavage are classified into the following types. radial cleavage, biradial cleavage, spiral cleavage, bilateral cleavage and rotational cleavage. Radial cleavage. The cleavage plane cuts the zygote that appears as a radial symmetry, resulting blastomeres. So upper it is smaller in size, whereas the lower portion will have larger size cells. So animals that shows holoblastic cleavage, they may show the radial cleavage. Example, Cynopta, that it is included under Echinodermata, frog, etc. Biradial cleavage. It will take place when the first three division planes do not stand at right angles to each other. In this condition only we can see the biradial cleavage. Example, Acela, Ctenophora, annelids, mollusks. Then spiral or oblique cleavage. It occurs when there is a rotational movement of cell parts that will take place around the egg axis, leading to oblique position of mitotic spindles. In such condition, they may show the spiral or oblique cleavage. Examples, Turbularia, Nematoda, Rotifera, Annelida, all molluscans except cephalopods, amphibians and other mammals. Bilateral cleavage. It takes place vertically along one plane, results into two identical halves, right and left. That's why we can call them as a bilateral cleavage. Examples, tunicates, amphioxus, amphibians, they may show the bilateral cleavage. Then let us go for rotational cleavage. The first cell division, it is parallel to the animal vegetal axis, results to blastomeres. But the second division, it will occur right angles. So one blastomere parallel to the animal to vegetal axis, the other it is perpendicular to it. So examples, eggs of mammals, they may show, some of the mammals they may show the rotational cleavage. So here in this figure we can see holoblastic complete cleavage, they may show the rotational cleavage, spiral cleavage which will take in the form of spirally, bilateral dividing into two, rotational which will causes the rotation of the cells around the egg axis. So all these are different types of cleavage. Types of cleavage on the basis of fate of germ layers. On the basis of fate of germ layers, the cleavage are classified into two types: determinate or mosaic cleavage, indeterminate cleavage or regulative cleavage. Example, protostomes. Here examples, deuterostomes. In protostomes, the fate of the blastomeres or cells is fixed. Here the fate of the blastomeres or cells are not fixed. So if the fate, if it is not at all fixed, they may show the indeterminate cleavage. If the fate of the cells, if it is fixed, they may show the determinate cleavage or mosaic cleavage. Indeterminate cleavage, it is also called as regulative cleavage. So here protostome development, here we can see the mosaic development. Cell fate, it is determined by the components of the cytoplasm that is found in the blastomere, that acts as a morphogenic determinant, so that any isolated blastomere, it cannot develop. That means the embryo will have some deformities. Whereas in deuterostome development, that we can see the regulative development, that is regulative cleavage. We can see here the fate of the cell depends on interaction with neighbors, not with cytoplasm. As a result of that, a blastomere which is isolated early in cleavage is able to form a whole organism. Here embryos will be formed but without deformities. So here protostomes, they may show the mosaic cleavage, whereas deuterostome, they may show the regulative cleavage. Laws of cleavage. So 4 laws are there that explains about the cleavage. Folger's law. According to Folger's law, the cleavage, it is nothing but the spindle axis. The cleavage, how the cleavage will takes place means the spindle axis elongates in the direction of least resistance. As a result of that, the cleavage will occur. Sachs laws. It reveals that cells divides into equal halves and each new plane of division tends to intersect the previous plane at right angle. As a result of that, the cleavage may occur. Hedwig's law. The mitotic spindle lies in the longest axis of the protoplasmic mass. So the divisions cut the protoplasmic mass at right angles. As a result of that, it may increases the number of cells. The last one is the Balfour's law. The rate of the cleavage is inversely proportional to the amount of yolk which is present in the egg. That means the yolk tends to impede division of both nucleus and cytoplasm. As of that, the cleavage will occur. Summary. Cleavage. It is nothing but it is a rapid repeated mitotic divisions, increase in the number of cells without changing its volume and its shape. G1 and G2 phases are absent. Only S and M phase are present. Cleavage, it is brought about by mitosis promoting factor. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe. If you like this video, please subscribe it.